Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn about the first head of income tax, that is income from salary. So we have total 5 heads of income. The first one is income from salary. Second one is income from house property. Third one is PGBP. The full form of PGBP is a profit and gain from business or profession. The fourth one is income from capital gain. Fifth one is income from other sources. So the total 5 heads income together will be called as gross total income. After having deductions, the income will be called as the total income or taxable income. So one must be aware of how to compute all the 5 heads of income. So from today onwards, we are going to learn each head separately. I will explain with the help of the charts, procedure, basic concepts, computation part I will also do one example so that you will have a grip over the concepts. So today, coming to the first head, income from salary. The income from salary is described under section 15 to section 17 under Income Tax Act 1961. What is the section 15? Section 15 talks about chargeability. What is the meaning of chargeability? Means what all income will come under income from salary. What all income will be called as income from salary, and what are the conditions are there to be chargeable under the head income from salary, we will be discussing under section 15. Under section 16, what is the section 16? It is deduction. For the first time who are studying tax, you may have doubt what is the meaning of deduction. As an example, if we take income tax, on the total income, a person have to pay the tax liability. That means whatever the total income is having, salary or house property or other sources, whatever it may be, the total income, he have to pay the tax liability. We can say that the government is giving some benefit to the taxpayer. The taxpayer, we will use one term, that is assessee. For assessee, a benefit will be given. What is the benefit? Means from the total income or from the income, some of the amount will be deducted. That is called deduction. What is the use of the deductions? Means if income reduces, gradually the tax liability also will reduce. So this is the benefit given by the government to the assessee. Assessee means a taxpayer. So section 17 talks about definition of the salary. What all are included under the definition salary is discussed in section 17. Now coming to the section 15, chargeability. What is the chargeability? Means remuneration received by an employee out of employment from his employer is known as salary income. What is the relationship between two persons is there must be employee and employer relationship must be there. That means a master and a servant relationship must be there. And whatever the remuneration a master is giving to a servant or employer is giving to his employee, that remuneration is an income to the employee. That income will be covered under income from salary, under the head income from salary. So the relationship between the two persons must be employee and employer. That we shouldn't forget. For example, let's take A is a worker in an organization and B is the employer of this A, and every month at the end of every month B will be paying a remuneration or a wages or salary to Mr. A. So Mr. A is receiving income, right? Whatever the income a person is receiving, he have to pay tax to the government and he have to compute it. So according to the condition, a person have to compute, right? According to the condition, the relationship between the two persons are employee and employer. He is receiving income. So under which head it will be taxable? Means according to the provisions and conditions, it will be taxable under the head income from salary. It is taxable under the head income from salary. This is the first scenario. Let's come to the second scenario. What is the second scenario? Let's take MLE or MP person is there, and this person is also receiving salary from the government. From the salary, they are receiving salary only. This person is also liable to pay tax to the government. So under which head it will be taxable? If we can see, the name salary is there, but it is not considered under the head salary. Why? Because there is no employer-employee relationship and there is no master and servant relationship. That's why it is not taxable under the head income from salary. Then under which head it will be taxable means there are two situations are there where it can be taxable under the head PGBP. PGBP, the full form of PGBP is a profit and gain from business or profession, or it can be taxable under the head other sources. Business, is it any business or profession means no. So it is not taxable under this head. Then it will be taxable under the head other sources. That means a salary received by MP or MLA will be taxable under the head income from other sources, not income from salary. So according to the situation, if there is no, if we are not able to find any relationship between two person, but the person is receiving salary only or wages or any allowances he is receiving, then under which head it will be taxable means if we don't find any employer-employee relationship, then it is taxable under these two scenarios. One may be PGBP or the second will be other sources. So what is the third scenario means? A partner who is receiving salary in the partnership firm. The salary whatever the partner is receiving, there is no employer-employee relationship between the two persons, partners, but a partner is receiving salary in the partnership. A partnership means that salary will be taxable under the head PGBP. Why? Because it is a business. It will be taxable under PGBP. So now you understood the chargeability section. What is the chargeability section means? What all income will be coming under the head income from salary. What is the basic condition means? The relationship between the two persons should be employer and employee. If there is no relationship between the two persons, there is no employer-employee relationship, but yet they are receiving salary means it will be taxable under the head PGBP or other sources according to the scenario. Right. Now see the next one. Section 16. Section 16 talks about deductions. As I said, a deduction is a benefit to a assessee. So see how many deductions are there in this chapter or in this income from salary means 3 are there. Section 16 subsection 1 talks about standard deduction. Standard deduction means the amount of deduction is fixed. That means any person who is earning income under the head income from salary, then the person is allowed as deduction. How much amount is allowed as deduction means the standard deduction 40,000 will be allowed as deduction. Total 40,000 will be allowed as deduction under section 16 subsection 1. Then see 16 subsection 2. What is this entertainment allowance means? Employer will be giving some allowance to employee. What is this allowance means? A benefit in the form of cash. Why they are giving means to make an employee or to motivate the employee to work in an organization. So it is a benefit given by the employer to the employee. Even though it is a benefit, it is received in the form of cash. And it is a income to the employee. That's why it is taxable under the head income from salary, but it is allowed as a deduction. So what are the provisions? How much amount is allowed as deduction for government employee, for non-government employee? What is the provision means? Let's learn while doing the problem. And see the next one, section 16 subsection 3, the third deduction on the final deduction, that is a professional tax. What is this professional tax first of all? Who will pay this professional tax means the professional, the persons who are working as a profession. That means chartered accountant, doctors or lawyers, they have to pay professional tax to the state government. This is paid to the state government. I will write SG. State government. It will differ, the amount of tax or percentage of tax will be differed according to the states. So it will be paid to the state government. Whatever that they are paying, it will be, they will recover this amount from the employer, or employer will pay this amount to the employee. So that will be allowed as a deduction under section 16 subsection 3. Let's understand the concept first. What is this professional tax means? A chartered accountant or doctor or lawyer, to continue their profession, they have to pay some tax to the state government. So when they are having some expenses, the employees have to pay tax to the government. These whatever the expenditure they are paying to the government, what employer will say means, so for my company, for my business, you are recurring some expenditure, right? I will give that expenditure to you. You can pay the tax. So what is happening here? Employee is giving some amount to the employee. So employee, it is a benefit. And employee is paying the tax to the government. And what is this tax? It is allowed as deduction under the head income from salary. So what we have to do means, the first step, we have to add whatever the amount given by the employer. And after adding at the end, we have to give it as deduction under section 16 subsection 3. Whatever the amount is given by the employer, the total amount will be allowed as deduction. What is this concept? You are not able to understand means no, you need not worry. While doing the problem, if you know the pro forma, you can understand this concept. That's why I am saying that this concept I will explain along with the problem. And now coming to the last head, that is section 17. What is this section 17 means? It talks about the definition of a salary. What all are considered as salary under the head income from salary. See, the section 17 subsection 1 talks about salary. This salary includes wages, gratuity, pension, leave encashment, superannuation from fund and advance salary. These all are included under the meaning of salary only. That means if a person is receiving any wages also considered salary only. And if a person is receiving gratuity or pension or any leave encashment, all the things or whatever the person is receiving from the employer, that will be considered as salary only, and it is taxable under the head income from salary. And see the next one, perks. What is this perks? The full form of perks is perquisite. What is the perquisite means? A benefit given by the employer to employee in the form of kind. Remember this, it is the benefit given by the employer to the employee in the form of kind. What are the examples of benefit given by the employer to the employee in the form of kind means giving rent-free accommodation, RFA. Rent-free accommodation, it is a very important, where the computation part is a very important. So RFA, rent-free accommodation. Here the employer is not giving directly cash, but he is giving a accommodation for the employee to stay. So this is one of the example of perquisite. So perquisite also included under the head income from salary only. That means whatever the benefit an employee is receiving from the employer in the form of kind, also it will be taxable under the head income from salary. And last one, profit in lieu of salary. What is the profit in lieu of salary means? All the benefit received by the employer, like compensation, it also will be covered under the head income from salary only. It is taxable under the head income from salary. So it is important for the theory part. I will explain. So now overall you have understood what all are there under the head income from salary, right? Income from salary is described in 3 sections, section 15, section 16 and section 17. Section 15 talks about chargeability, section 16 talks about deduction. There are 3 deductions are there. 16 subsection 1 talks about standard deduction. 16 subsection 2 talks about entertainment allowance. 16 subsection 3 talks about professional tax. These two I will again discuss when I was doing a problem. And definition part is what all incomes will be considered as income from salary. That definition is given. So overall I gave the overview. In this video I am giving an overview of income from salary. We can't complete this chapter within 1 video or 2 videos. If we can complete it, but the video will be lengthy. And so today I'm going to end this here. I'm just give the overview. From next video I will give the pro forma of how to compute income from salary, and I will do one example problem.